So the Peacemaker Season 2 trailer has officially been released, and similar to how I felt about the first season, I can't wait to not watch this one. Let's discuss.
I watch maybe so you don't have to.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm gonna keep it real with you guys as I always do, because the release of Peacemaker Season 1, along with the discourse around that show, was the exact moment I knew for sure that it was going to take a lot to get me interested in a James Gunn DC project. I mean, I've always had my opinions of him as a filmmaker, as a storyteller, based on his prior work. But a project like Peacemaker basically solidified all of my thoughts, feelings, and concerns about the idea of James Gunn taking over DC. While his brand of humor and storytelling might work for some people, especially on a project like this, I just don't see how that style translates to the larger universe of DC characters that I know and love.
I don't get it.
I mean, from the moment that I saw the opening credits to Season 1 of Peacemaker, to the point that I saw all of the clips that showcased the humor that was used throughout this series, I just knew that this show wasn't for me. Because put quite simply, it just looked like more James Gunn bullshit. He just doesn't strike me as a versatile filmmaker, and he never really has. Which made the fact that I enjoyed aspects of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 all the more impressive and surprising when I think about it. Even saying all that, I still sat down to watch the Peacemaker Season 2 trailer, and I said to myself, well, maybe, just maybe, there will be something in this trailer to sell me on the idea of giving this series another chance. But in reality, after I watched the trailer, a lot of it just looked like more of the same.
It fooled me, we can't get fooled again.
There's been no evolution whatsoever as it pertains to the way James Gunn tells stories, or the way that he presents those stories to us. I mean, the trailer basically starts with an interview of sorts, with Maxwell Lord, Hawkgirl, and Guy Gardner questioning Peacemaker, I guess trying to get him to join their little group. Now, obviously, this is being done to introduce this character, or reintroduce this character, to the general audience. And of course, to bridge the gap between this and James Gunn's upcoming Superman reboot. Now, there's a little bit of universe building going on here, albeit rushed, if you consider how crazy it is that all of these characters exist without setup and without explanation. And then the interview quickly devolves into your typical James Gunn cringe humor, with Hawkgirl talking about how she eats popcorn and is getting a fat ass.
Because she got a great ass!
James Gunn clearly went to the Joss Whedon school of making superheroes talk about and do the most mundane shit, and it's supposed to be hilarious. Not exactly selling me on the idea that he's taking all of these characters or this responsibility seriously, is he? Out of all of the characters, Guy Gardner needed to be sold to us most. But unfortunately, he looks and sounds about as goofy as the internet thought he would, based on his original reveal. And then we have a very underwhelming looking Maxwell Lord, played by James Gunn's brother. You know it's bad when I'm starting to miss Pedro Pascal. All of this finishes with one of them proclaiming that this guy sucks, in reference to Peacemaker, and you know what? I happen to agree. Now, I might be in the minority here, I don't know, but something about John Cena as an actor has always rubbed me the wrong way. I've seen him have this natural charisma on display in the past, but it always seems so forced whenever he is giving a performance either in a movie or a series.
Go f another fish, asshole!
He always seems kind of out of place to me, and with this character in particular, he comes off as extremely obnoxious. Now, I know some of you are going to say he's supposed to be obnoxious, but I don't care if it's intentional or not. It's the kind of obnoxious that, for me personally, makes me not want to watch this show at all. Plus, I feel like he spends 75% of this trailer in his underwear, which I guess is supposed to enhance his quirkiness. But I don't know, John Cena consistently being half naked is kind of starting to feel like the joke that has run its course. From the sounds of the trailer, it feels like the concept of this season, at least partially, has to do with the idea of Peacemaker not being taken seriously as a hero. even after he apparently saved the world at some point. I mean, he's never really been a hero from my perspective. It is kind of ironic that one of the potential plot lines of the show is no one taking him seriously when I myself can never take him seriously whenever he is on screen. Maybe this is some kind of meta commentary on the fandom by James Gunn, or maybe I'm just giving him too much credit. It's probably the latter.
That makes sense.
We have Rick Flag Sr. hunting down Peacemaker, which could have legitimately been a decent arc for this season, and I guess it still could be. But just as quickly as it feels like we are finally getting serious, we are right back to the humor once again. With Tim Meadows' character referring to members of his team as such creative names as Encino Man and Titties. Now there is a hint of heart in the trailer, with this whole family dynamic with Peacemaker and his team, and I'm not even disputing that that could be the most effective bit of storytelling in this entire series. I just personally can't get past all of the cringe bullshit around it, so it makes it very difficult for me to be excited about a show like this. It looks like everything I don't like about James Gunn's style rolled up into one big, undigestible ball of mediocrity. Now, of course, in typical social media fashion, I shared a somewhat innocent opinion on this trailer, simply saying that literally nothing about this looks interesting to me. And I swear to God, you would think that I committed murder in the middle of the street based on how some people are reacting to that. Don't watch it then. I don't think anyone is going to force you to watch it. Then don't watch it. Simple as that. Trust me, plenty of other people will watch it. Don't watch it. Simple as that. No need to bitch. I didn't see the part in the original post where anyone asked for your opinion.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I honestly can't tell if these are bots or real people anymore based on these automated responses that I always get. As you can see, it's a lot of don't like it, don't watch it responses, which is not all that surprising as it is a typical smooth-brained response to opinions. The interesting part is that I never said that I was actually going to watch it. In fact, I kind of blatantly insinuate that I'm not. These people are so sensitive, so reactionary, that they instantly started to lash out before they even took a moment to hear what I was saying and process it. It's like these people are allergic to different perspectives, allergic to criticism. Or like I've said many times before, a lot of them feel like anything James Gunn related is somehow above criticism. Let me put it this way. If I watch a new Wes Anderson movie trailer and I say that it doesn't look interesting to me, I highly doubt that an army of Wes Anderson fans are going to swarm my mentions.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
In fact, for some reason, this type of response only seems to happen when people are criticizing cape shit and not actual filmmaking. It is very strange behavior and I will never understand it, and dare I say, it sounds like very cult-like behavior. This is exactly why I say James Gunn fans actually do more damage to DC and the discourse around it than James Gunn himself. The fandom is filled with shallow, weak-minded fools who can't possibly fathom that some people aren't as appeased by dick jokes as easily as they are.
Y'all be cool. Nah.